You kept your heart of gold and you protested in a way that was passive, but definitely effective here. You see the potential in things and you want to think the best of people. But it seems like there's a situation where you just continually, or a series of events that just continually brought you down. People are trying to exploit people. You saw other people being exploited here. You could see things for what they were. And you realized you were sinking into who you were before to kind of please, not take up space. You had a lot of anxiety about how people were seeing you. But I'm seeing there's justice coming in with a situation here where there was people trying to get others against you here. This isn't something that really bothers you too much. You know that there's room for everyone when it comes to talent, when it comes to insight. But the environments you've been in are extremely highly competitive. And I feel like there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes here that they try to keep hidden. But it spills out, especially when you are around, because you're like a hidden truth serum, lie detector. That's your superpower. People will have a lot of Freudian slips with you, which are definitely not Freudian slips. They are basically, you are giving some type of chaos magic without you even trying here. People slip up against you. Yeah, Scorpio energy, but in reverse, where it's like people spill out what they really want to say or confess, and they don't even really want to, but it's just there's something about your presence here and something they might be not even unconscious about where it comes out. And it's quicker for you to leave situations now because of that, because you listen to your gut, you listen to your feelings about things. You've been through more than enough situations to see the tricks, to see the manipulation at the very beginning here. So I'm seeing a lot of luck coming to you. You're kind of taking a chance by not going the routes that you usually go here, but it's definitely going to bring you on a new adventure here, and it's going to bring you a lot of wisdom. You've been through a lot here. See, and you want to take choices, you want to take chances, you want to get out there. It feels like for a long time you've been feeling kind of caged in situations where you felt like you had to hold back your voice. Maybe you felt like you had to be patient and that they would give you a spot, but it felt like it never happened. And then you started to turn around and think, well, why do I really want that spot if they're going to treat me this way? They don't know me at all. So I'm not going to try to prove myself to people who openly act a certain way to other people, but then are subtle about how they treat me. You have worked with your shadow side, which a lot of people haven't done. And because of that, people don't want to be around you because you expose that whether they want to or not, and instead of, working on themselves, they see something in you that brings out their inner demons here. But you always win. You always win. You don't end up, people at the beginning might think, oh, it's their problem. Why do they have so many problems? But you stand up for yourself. You stand your ground here. And you're very articulate with what you have to say, so people can't really misstep. People can't really bait you that much. You have a lot of wisdom and alchemy with your shadow sides and how to deal with things and seeing it deeper, seeing their behavior deeper than even they can see it, and almost kind of pity them in a way, but not enough to give them the benefit of the doubt here. You get strong 777 energy coming here, but it's just, I feel like people trying to block your blessings from you, but they can't. You're a leader. You're the one leading. You don't rely on anyone else to lead here, right? So it's coming from this misguided attempt to control you and make you feel like you don't belong, when if anyone belonged, it's you. Yeah, 777 just keeps on coming out here. A lot of people don't want to see the truth, but, you got to. They've been stagnating themselves for worrying too much about who you are. 333 as well. I'm seeing that you're coming into a place where you will meet more people that are actually aligned with you more. If you haven't already, it's going to trickle out even more into your environment than where it already is. And even if it doesn't, there already seems to be an environment where people are a lot more, they don't judge you for how you come across as mysterious or what you believe in here. And because of that, those past experiences, the present experience, no one can tell you anything, because who are they? And they're assuming all these things about you, like you care about what they have to say. Look at this perception. 333 in the third house is all about perception. Seventh house is all about relationships. You know, you're not going to bend your will and bend yourself into a pretzel for people not to perceive you a certain way, especially when they have no clue of who you are. You don't have no clue about who they are, but you don't try to fill in the blanks with things for things you don't understand, which is something that this person feels like they need to do to stay in control of a situation here and what they believe. But you're someone who's you can't be held back. I'm seeing travel here. I'm seeing a move come in here because this environment is holding you back. You've learned the lessons you need to here. There may be people trying to, like, you know, for whatever reason, give you chaos in your life, but I'm seeing a strong revolution. Enough is enough. Maybe it's been over 3 years in a situation feeling stuck here. Maybe there's been a lot of people just kind of trying to annoy you here, but you can't be pinned down here. You're going through a major spiritual transformation here as well. So things might not stop in terms of their harassment, but your spiritual strength will propel you to get out of that situation, and their spiritual attacks or passive-aggressive manipulation or harassment just doesn't get you anymore at all. And without that power, no matter if they continue to do it or not, it's like laughable. It's like people around in your home that are trying to get you to fit in or acquiesce to them, but you are your own person. You're very visible. They want to bring you down, but little do they know that you've had to fight for who you are all your life. This is old hat to you. You're used to, the more people are like this, the more you double down on who you are, because obviously they're very threatened by it, because they can't be anything but conform here, and they can't speak to you directly because there's nothing to address with you. It's uncomfortable discriminations and biases that they have in their own head and their own insecurity. So with Zero here, I'm seeing that you're starting a new journey. You're going in a new direction here. It's going to be very exciting. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to feel more in control of your destiny and what's out there for you. Instead of feeling like you have to fit into something, you have risen above the lie and the pressure and the fog that people do, that you need to go to school to get a degree, or you need to get along with those toxic bullying coworkers here just to get by, or you have to be, fake with your neighbors because you want to keep the peace. Unfortunately, these people, you realize they're not going to change, and acquiescing to them is going to just make it worse for you. You are not meant to feel alone and not belonging. Your soul deeply knows that no one can exclude you, no one can make you feel like you belong, because you're the one that belongs the most.